Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Well, you've made it through the weekend. Tomorrow's a new Monday. Hopefully, you don't have a case of the Monday sketties. If so, you know what? It's just part of it. It's every Sunday night, then you have a fresh week to just get through. So, as we all do. So, hey, all we can do is just go into it with a positive mindset. The day might turn to crap halfway through the day, but that's just how it goes. So, but all we can do is hope for the best and that we'll have a good week. Uneventful. I did go back to storage. As you saw, I did a short and then a story earlier. I showed some of the weird stuff in storage that I have picked up over the years thrifting. I don't do it as much, but hence that's what the storage unit has. Even around the apartment, I have the odd stuff. There's the coffee mug with the mime that says be mime. There's Twinkie the kid. There's an avocado lamp that was given to me, which is pretty cool. Because I love avocados. There's a mini flux capacitor. So kind of all over the place here. So you saw some of the wild art stuffs that I find, whether it be framed pictures. Also, well, like this picture. Not a clue who they are. I feel like that's probably me off to the side back in high school. Could be. I don't know who they are. I could easily make up backstories for them. But look at how we're dressed. This is so like 86, 87, 88, 89. I'm going to say mid-80s. Not a clue who they are. I think I paid $1. So that's how I am. Yeah. So there's a lot here that is crazy. So, but yeah. And I did go to storage, so y'all saw that. And I started digging through my CDs. So I started scanning some to sell to get an idea. Holy crap. You'd be surprised. There's some older sealed Christmas CDs. There was a Doris Day one I have that's Christmas. It's sealed. I got like a bundle, I think, from the library store. This was years ago. 75% are sealed, and the Doris Day is going for like $45. So probably this week, hello Sophia. I'll probably finally see about getting a couple of things listed, especially something like that, because it is timely. We are gearing up into the holidays now. But that being said, did not buy any DVDs or anything today, so that's a win. Going through my CDs, and some I have thrifted, some I have had for years. At Goodwill, I was able to pick up 3 very similar shirts. I am fixing to throw them into the wash. They were half off from $5.49 each. Score. You will see them in rotation. So I've got to go through and pick out whatever 3 boring ones in my closet that I have not ever worn and swap them out with these. So that's pretty much how, if I haven't worn it, I know I'm not going to wear it. So that's just, I keep my, that's how my wardrobe is very, very minimal. It's either like for work, a solid tee to match the shirt, then this. It can be 40 degrees out, and I'm going to wear a Hawaiian shirt. That's just all there is to it. One of the shirts had, it's an Izod similar to this one, and it's got flamingos on it, but the flamingo has sunglasses. So we always, like me and my sister, we always like to say, my dad was one, he loved flamingos. That was like his thing. So every time we see a flamingo, it's one of those signs, you know, at least to us, that he's like saying, hey. So, and more each day, apparently I look like my dad. So, which is fine. Way earlier in life, I was like, ugh. But I knew what I was going to look like. So, but anyway, So I went to Goodwill, stopped by there. I did get 2 CDs there. King Diamond. These were half off of the 99 cents. They were green tag today. Not a Clue. King Diamond, The Spider's Lullaby. Not a clue. This one I might sell. I'll listen to it and see how I like it. But it is from 95, so 30 years. And then this one's called Grither, All Smiles. So, I mean, and this one is from 95 as well. So, mid-90s, I was, like today, in the car, I was listening to my so-called life soundtrack. So, in my 90s groove. So, but some of the others, then the rest of these are ones I got out of storage. So, I thought I would share. So, back when the Star Wars Special Editions were being released, these 3 bad boys. I remember these were like 25 or 30 bucks each when they came out. And this was in 97. 97. Yeah, all 3. Oh, all 3 in 97. I bought these at Blockbuster Music. It's now a Jason's Deli. But 30 years ago, it was a Blockbuster Music. Before that, it was a Turtles. But Blockbuster Music, when they had gotten into CDs and the such, and they had the listening stations. So that was pretty awesome. But yeah, so I still love these because I have many variations on the Star Wars soundtracks. So yeah, brought them home to put in the CD stand. So awesome. So yeah, I love those. And then some of these are ones I bought like recently over the years, but a year ago apparently I put them in storage. And some I've gotten thrifting. So for example, Liza Minnelli, live in New York, 79. I got that sucker when it came out. Love me some Liza. Also, Streisand's Release Me 2. I thought it was in there, but this time last year when I was packing stuff up to put in the storage, I really didn't discern anything. So, yeah. Now, this is one group. It took me forever to get this CD. Because 30 plus years ago, there was a radio show called The Edge that was done here in Tuscaloosa with the Coyote J. And this was 30 plus years ago. And when I lived back home, we could actually hear it. It would get that far. And that is where, way early 90s, I would hear a lot of new wave, 90s, late 80s, and the such. This was a band called Luna, and this one is from 99. So for a while there, but there was a song called Math Whiz, and that is one I remember it being on there. And took forever to find the CD. And if you have not heard it, it is it's a great CD. But I honestly haven't checked to see if they've done anything recently. But Math Whiz is just one of those songs that I know it by heart because I listen to it a lot. So, Say Anything soundtrack. In Your Eyes, Anyone. Peter Gabriel. So, must have. So, great movie. Why it has not had a Blu-ray or a special edition is beyond me. But it's a great soundtrack. Oh, Tom Hanks, That Thing You Do. Cheesy, yes. Tom Everett Scott, Ethan Embry. Great cast. So great. But a great soundtrack, too. Such a great movie. This one, I found at Goodwill. The group Expose from the 80s. This one was 89. Oh, What You Don't Know. When I Looked at Him. The 80s, baby. Ugh, man. Nice Work If You Can Get It. Michael Feinstein. I love Broadway. So, and The Standards. So, that's in my blood, even though I've never done any acting or anything. So, Michael Feinstein. Muriel's wedding. Muriel's soundtrack. Muriel's wedding. My God. I watched this. I love this movie. It was the first time I ever saw Toni Collette. ABBA. My reinforced my love for ABBA music. And if you didn't like watch this movie and do the ABBA Waterloo routine with a hairbrush in your hands, then are you even living? So, such a great movie. So, and soundtrack. Hook. God, what was that? 91. The Hook soundtrack by John Williams. That is such a great movie with a great cast. Very ambitious for Spielberg, and the late great Robin Williams. It's a favorite of mine, and it's so great. Any John Williams, ever since really Jaws, Close Encounters, Star Wars. Well, you'll see some more John Williams in here in a little bit. So, but also the Lost Boys soundtrack. Cry, little sister, there's ya. Anyway, good times. People are strange. Lost Boys had a hold on me in the late 80s. Such a great movie and a great soundtrack. So, and how can you not listen to I Still Believe and not hear like the saxophone guy? So, I mean, come on. S Club 7. 2001. Wow. That is... God, remember when it was like the group bands were like everywhere in the late 90s, way early 2000s? S Club 7 was one of them. Now here's one. I have lost track of how many Spyro Gyra albums I have on CD because I never get tired of them. It's like they just kept on going. This is Spyro Gyra's Heart of the Night. They're just, if you want to feel like you have the Weather Channel's Luckle on the 8s on, Spyro Gyra it is. That's how, over the years, Brian Hughes, if there's a sax, oh my God, just your local on the 8s, which I don't think they do anymore, but back then it hit differently. It was like the program lineup channel. You would have like the commercials and such. So crazy. But it's just very relaxing. I have literally been on YouTube and just somebody's uploaded a local on the 8s from like 1992 from upstate New York. Blizzard conditions. And then there's just a relaxing sax sound, and then you see the forecast. Oh, it really takes you back. Boy Crazy. That's What Love Can Do. And this was 90. Hold on. 91, 92, 93. Early 90s. Let's just go with that. That's what love can do. Yeah. I totally forgot I had this one because it has, yeah. Hey, I'm not ashamed to admit it. Disney Girls Rock. It's got the Cheetah Girls, A-Teens. I do like that it has Miracles Happen by Myra from The Princess Diaries. I had totally forgotten I had this one. Allie and AJ, A-Teens, Lindsay Lohan, Cheetah Girls, Hillary and Haley Duff, Raven Simone, Everlife. Wow. This is a product of its times, and that was... 2005? So 20 years ago? Holy crap. But I will treasure this. Mainly because it's quite a bop. So, come on. Hooters. Nervous Night from the 80s. 85. And we danced. So, nothing to do with the restaurant. That has closed down. And we danced day by day. Come on. So great. If you're into the 80s, the Hooters is where it's at. Oh, look at this. Another expose. Oh, my God. Come go with me. Let me be the one. Paid $1 for it. 99 cents. So, I just don't do groups like this again anymore. And, of course, Kylie Minogue's Fever. Freaking queen. No notes. Just, it's Kylie Minogue. So, and that's Kylie from 2001. Wow. I can't remember. I think I've had it that long, or I cannot remember, honestly. Go West, Indian Summer. Remember King of Wishful Thinking? Oh, my God. Wow. Tell me that's what love. I want you back. So this was 92? 92. So if you remember when Jimmy Fallon and Paul Rudd did the recreation of the video for King of Wishful Thinking. I'm not a big Jimmy Fallon fan, but Paul Rudd's where it's at. But them doing the recreations, come on, it's so awesome. But it's still a great sound, great CD. Now also Bleachers, love Jack Antonoff. So there's that one. Starship, Knee Deep in the Hoopla. So, We Built This City. I love that song. And of course they did Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now, Mannequin. So it's not on here. Nope. This has Sarah and We Built the City, but not Nothing's Gonna Stop Us, but still. Which Mannequin never had a soundtrack release of its own, so which is really annoying. So, the Bangles, Everything. This has In Your Room, Eternal Flame. So the Bangles. Who doesn't love Susanna Hoffs? Come on, so great. Ugh. Gem Blossoms, New Miserable Experience. Oh my gosh. Found Out About You. Oh my God, Until I Fall Away. So, oh God, what was it? 92. So, lately I've been feeling more 90s nostalgic because now it's 30 years now. Like, what the hell? Man, just, you take for granted the time then. So it's like crazy. One of my favorite bands ever, Depeche Mode, Violator. So, World in My Eyes, Enjoy the Silence, Policy of Truth, Depeche. Encino Man soundtrack. I worked at a movie theater when this came out, and that was 92. I feel like that was because of Batman Returns, Encino Man, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. But, if there's a soundtrack, I am there for it because, you know what? There's a lot of good music on a soundtrack instead of just like that one main song that you've bought it for. Remember, you'd buy one, you'd be like, oh my God, yes, that. And then you're like, the rest of this music I don't like. I just bought it for the main song, You'd be surprised. So, now, here's some more, like I said, more John Williams. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. E.T. No notes. Just John Williams. So, Cutting Crew. Cutting Crew. Wow, I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. 86. Feel old now? Oh, God. And, oh, like I said, another Spyro Gyra 2020. Your local on the 8th. Now, this one I have at the Not Whist. The Devil, You and Me. Not a clue. I've got to play this and see how it sounds. Apparently, it's from 2008. Not a clue who they are. So, every now and then, I mean, especially if I got them at the library store, I mean, and they'd be like 50 cents or a quarter. Wow. Same thing with this one, the Parachute Club. It was 99 cents. Chances are it was like half. So, and this was 86. So, oh. Now this one, I did buy this one last year or the year before, the Chordettes. Remember, it was a couple of years ago. It was, everybody knows Mr. Sandman. So every time I hear that song, I just, oh my God, I just think Halloween 2, especially. But for this one, Pink Shoelaces. Remember, that was all over TikTok, Instagram. That was the big trend. That song showed back up. So, and I was like, oh, I'd never heard it before, but I got the CD. Covered that one. And last but not least, this one is from 92. I guess it's a compilation. Poster Children, Daisy Chain Reaction. Not a clue, but if it's like the early 90s, I'm there. So I've got 3 to listen to, and I guess add them to the collection. If I like it, I will add it onto the iPod. We'll see. So yeah, that is what all I brought from storage. I do still have more. Basically, it's just going through going, oh, I forgot I had this. So, but yeah, that's those are my, I won't say finds, but I totally forgot I had half of these. And so to bring them over and put them in the case right here, I'll import some via the a drive here, and that way they're in my library. But yeah, if you didn't think I had an eclectic music taste, you were wrong. Spyro Gyra, Depeche, the Chordettes. I'm all over the place, baby. So yeah, but yeah, that's what I got today. So this is probably my longest video ever because we just went through 2 stacks of music, and I hope you've loved my little anecdotes as well and my walk down memory lane of when I bought some of these. So, but yeah, I hope you all get some rest for the rest of your Sunday, and you have a good start of the week with Monday starting, and get you some rest. If you're in an area like we are where that temp is dropping finally, so it feels like chilly fall. So, but yeah, get some rest, eat a good dinner, and I will see you all tomorrow.